morning and welcome to the Hanover County Schools The Morning Show. I'm Jamie Stalford.
And I'm Noah Suleiman. This is the week of October 14th through October 19th.
This week we feature energy awareness and have tons of tips that you can use to save energy and money.
For example, run cold water for disposal. Hot water requires energy to warm the water. Cold water saves energy and solidifies grease, moving it easily through the garbage disposal and pipes.
That's great, Noah. Thanks. Now, along with all these energy efficiency tips, our show this week is also packed with many of our education-based features.
We'll have an A-plus teachers where we sit down with our College Parks Teacher of the Year, Melissa Quarento.
Then in our news segment, Math Fun 101, Myrtle Grove math coach Ryan Redd shows us how to work percents.
We also have another news segment where we highlight one of the new Hanover County Schools' career technical education programs. This week, we visit Laney High and take a look at the health science program.
As always, it's another great edition of The Morning Show. But before we get going, let's take a look at some more energy tips.
We are promising a tip-packed show.
Here's one that goes along with your first tip. Skip rinsing the dishes. Rinsing dishes before loading them into the dishwasher wastes energy. If you do have to rinse, use cold water.
In addition to that, clean the filter. If your dishwasher has a filter screen, clean it regularly. A clean appliance runs more efficiently.
While we're on dishwashers, I have one more great tip. This seems like something most people probably do, but for those that don't, run full loads. Always wait until you have a full load before running your dishwasher. Full loads use the same amount of hot water and energy as smaller loads. You run fewer loads and save energy.
Those are great tips. Now let's swing over to our news anchor, Rachel Glue, who is standing with our first look at your school news headline. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning, Jamie and Noah, and welcome everyone to your school news here on The Morning Show. Topping the headlines this week, Board of Education monthly meeting notes, world-renowned violinist performs at Snipes, and we have the third in our month-long series of special reports on bullying. I will have all those stories and more coming up later in the show.
Thanks, Rachel. We get things going today with the segment we called This Week in History. Our Grand Master of Historical Knowledge has all the headlines from past times in This Week in History, brought to you by Kidsville News.
Welcome to This Week in History. I'm your historical host, Hannah Bullock, covering all of the colorful and amazing events that have left their mark on history's timeline. This is the week of October 14th through October 20th. October 14th, 1947, U.S. Air Force Captain Chuck Yeager becomes the first person to fly faster than the speed of sound. October 15th, 1917, Mati Hari, the archetype of the seductive female spy, is executed for espionage by a French firing squad outside of Paris. October 16th, 1946, at Nuremberg, Germany, 10 high-ranking Nazi officials are executed by hanging for their crimes against humanity, crimes against peace, and war crimes during World War II. And on October 17, 1989, the deadliest earthquake to hit the San Francisco area since 1906 strikes at 5:04 p.m. and lasts for 15 seconds. The quake measured 7.1 on the Richter scale, and its aftermath was witnessed on live television by millions of people watching the third game of the World Series. October 18th, on this day in 1867, the U.S. formally takes possession of Alaska after purchasing the territory from Russia for $7.2 million, or less than 2 cents an acre. Finally, your weekend history tidbits. October 19, 1781, hopelessly trapped at Yorktown, Virginia, British General Cornwallis surrenders 8,000 British soldiers and seamen to a larger Franco-American force, effectively bringing an end to the American Revolution. On October 20th, 1947, the notorious Red Scare kicks into high gear in Washington as a congressional committee begins investigating communist influence in one of the world's richest and most glamorous communities, Hollywood. That's This Week in History, your ultimate source for those key moments in time. I'm Hannah Bullock. Thanks for stopping by.
This Week in History is brought to you by Kidsville News, a fun and effective learning resource for children, teachers, and parents. It features school news, information, and local community events while promoting literacy and the development of good reading habits, character traits, and study skills in young children. And, best of all, Kidsville News is always free. Copies are delivered every month to every elementary school in the New Hanover County school system.
And join us again next time for another journey through time as we explore the fun, fascinating, entertaining, and educational facts that make up This Week in History.
Now don't go away, we'll be right back.
Have you heard of the Teen Court program? Teen Court is an alternative system of justice where first-time teen offenders are tried by their peers for misdemeanor offenses. Student volunteers from local high schools assume the roles of the court staff, empowering them to take responsibility for problems of crime and violence in their schools and communities. If you know someone who may benefit from Teen Court or would like to become involved, contact the Community Mediation Center on the web or by calling 362-8000.
Pull your face mask down. All right. What about the chest guard? It looks loose. Is it loose? All right, what about the shin guards? All right. Okay. Here comes the heat. Bring it in. Bring it in. Good hustle.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Each month, we are thrilled to spotlight an individual school's Teacher of the Year. In this segment entitled A+ Teachers, we take the time to get to know a little bit about the teacher's background and get an understanding of their philosophy of teaching that earned them their school's honor of Teacher of the Year. This morning, we feature College Park Elementary School's Teacher of the Year, Melissa Coranto.
My philosophy of teaching, philosophy of education is always changing depending on the group of students that we have and the years of experience that I've had. I believe it is very important to capitalize on the diversity of our students, to get to know each of them individually and develop their strengths, identify their strengths and work with them and help them to see where they can be successful and how they can contribute to our community. I think to help our students the most, we should invest in our teachers as the #1 predictor of student success by standing by our teachers and supporting them and giving them the resources and advocating for them. That's the surest way I think that we can come to support our students and help them grow as learners.